to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
What is up, everybody? This is Motocross Supercross podcast, episode 133. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
Dude, there's so many things going on right now. I know we haven't been on in a while, but here we are, bringing you the latest of the latest. I don't know how we want to start this show, but start in a sad note or a happy note. But what do you think?
Well, we definitely have a lot to get to. I mean, we disappeared. We didn't disappear, but we took a little break, and it just seems like so much happened on that break. I mean, right now we got California's on fire. We got the Australian Supercross Open wrapped up. We had 4 different people get married. Let's start with that. 4 different people getting married.
Okay.
So we had Justin Barcia.
Yes.
Ken Roxon.
Yes.
Joey Savacci.
Yes.
RJ Hampshire. 4 people got married since we did our podcast last. That's crazy.
Well, congratulations to them on becoming one with their spouse, and congratulations to them, and best wishes and lots of happy thoughts. Marriage is not easy, but it ain't hard, man. So congratulations to them. Somebody else that also is looking forward to getting married is Weston Pike, who just got engaged this last weekend. So congratulations to him too. Yeah, I guess 'tis the season, all the riders get a couple weeks off and they just all cram their weddings into it. They're like, all right, well, everybody, I wonder how the invitation things works out. Because Roxon and Barcia got married on the same day. So obviously, you're not going to have a lot of the riders. A lot of the riders, I'm sure they got who do I go? Whose wedding do I go to? Did anybody got 2 invitations, one from each wedding? That's a tough choice right there. Yeah, whose would you go to if you had if you were invited to both? I don't know. I think it all depends on my relationship with them. I don't really know. Probably Roxon's because it was here in Florida. Okay, well, I was gonna say Barcia. His probably sounds like more of a party, but I don't know why. I get that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't even know if Roxon's was here in Florida. I'm lying. I don't really know. Yeah, he was in Mexico and stuff, following him on Instagram, doing a bunch of stuff there. So yeah, they did his bachelor party over there in Mexico. That was cool. Oh, there you go. Nothing like strippers and a donkey show. That's right. Bachelor party. So that's cool. We got to touch on that. I think next is this. Let's talk about this Australian Supercross because everybody was pretty pumped up for it. It was big anticipation on the social media. And I did see some videos of it. The live stream was kind of crappy, and a couple videos popped up on Daily Motion, but they've now been removed. And it was pretty crazy. It was cool. Bilko was one of the announcers, the freestyle guy. And nice. Yeah, so that was cool. And they had our last episode, we talked about all those track maps for the 2019 Supercross season. And I said, I forget which track it was, but I said it was kind of like a glorified arena cross track. Yeah. But that's actually nothing compared to what this Australian Supercross track was. That was a legit arena cross track. The lap times were 30 seconds long, 32 seconds long. They had a Joker lane, but their Joker lane was way different than the Las Vegas Joker lane because it was actually fast. Yeah, it doesn't slow you down. It actually speeds you up, and it just goes around the whoops, so you don't have to go through the whoops. And apparently, you're only supposed to take it once you can take it one time in all the 3 motos. Yeah, you're supposed to take it once, yeah. Yeah, and Chad Reed took it 3 times. He took it every moto. It's Chad Reed. He was his hometown hero, so who cares? Yeah, dude, I got to say, Chad Reed looked really good. He looked pretty good out there. Anderson dominated. Everybody got first place. But Chad Reed, the starts and stuff, he was there. That first moto, he looped out a little bit, but I know Chad Reed had a bad Supercross season last year, but if you would remember, he was also going into that season hurt. He had that ankle problem. Yeah. So maybe Chad really isn't that. Maybe Chad's actually really fast still. So, I never doubted it. I don't think he's washed up yet. He still has at least one more year in him, and with this JGR team behind him, I think he can do good things, man. He faced people like Justin Brayton, Dean Wilson, Jason Anderson, Metcalf, who's a former rider from here. So he did good, he had a couple battles and he's just having fun, man. And I really, really, really like this Chad Reed. I think he can do a lot of things still this year.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see him on the podium like one more time. And I think he is one win away from some kind of record. So I don't know if he'll ever get that, but it'd be cool if he could get up on the podium again.
Yeah,
but,
why not? Why not? He still has there's a couple of triple crowns this year. There's some good stuff happening, and again, if he stays with the JGR, I think we can see some good times for Chad Reed coming up. His best times were in Suzuki, so I think we're signed up for a great season of Supercross. It is going to be tough though. It's a tough class that's coming up here. So
yeah,
I don't know.
So in the Sydney Open, he got 5th place overall. In front of him, he had Justin Brayton, who got 4th and locked up the championship.
Yeah, that's the Supercross championship. Yep.
Yep. Dan Reardon, he got 3rd. Dean Wilson getting 2nd overall.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. And Jason Anderson, like we said, dominated all 3 races, won them all.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's good. I guess good show for Jason Anderson. It's a little preview of what we're expecting to see this year. So I don't know if we can say anything about this race because, like you just mentioned, the laps were very short, so that could have a little bit of advantage for him. But Jason Anderson is obviously a great rider. He's coming up with the number 1 plate this coming year.
And it is worth mentioning, he is kind of coming off that injury. At the end of Motocross, he showed up again, but at the beginning of the Motocross season, when he had that compound fracture in his foot.
Yeah.
So it looks like everything's all good with that, and looks like he's going to pick up right where he left off last Supercross season with the champion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's definitely a Supercross rider, so looking forward to this season, especially with Zach Osborne as his teammate. That's a good team right there.
Indeed it is. And in the SX2 class, Cameron McAdoo took the overall, going second in each race. Jackson Richardson had a bad first race, but he won the last 2, and he got 2nd overall. Hayden Melross got 3rd. Dylan Wills got 4th. Jacob Hayes, Arena Cross champ, got 5th. So you'd think he would have done better with his Arena Cross background. Yeah. Dude, one thing was so funny, though. I'm watching that race, and there is... how we have like the tough blocks and stuff on the side of the track?
Yeah.
Well, one person crashed he crashed a couple times actually this race. I don't know what his name is, but he was number 133, and he like crashed into the tough blocks, and then they like flipped over, and you realize they weren't tough blocks at all. They were just like cardboard boxes with like stickers on them. Like it was just like it was just a whole different level than what we're used to with the Monster Energy Supercross.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting that they went with that. But I wonder if that's better than the tough blocks, because I know
hell no, it's not better. You don't want to land on a freaking box that isn't even like, it's just like a box. There's nothing to it. You land on that, you fall straight through it.
We've heard the riders talked about how the top blocks are actually super tough. They have saved a couple lives, but...
Dude, how many times this Supercross season have we seen people just land perfectly on the tough blocks? Like, they would have been so jacked up. But
just
they
like lay down on them. Yeah, you're right.
But there is a couple times where they do hit them and stuff, and then it makes them crash. And then they land on another one. But I think it's good. I think it's better, because this guy who crashed on the start... it didn't help him at all, landing on a cardboard box that just collapses. But yeah, I thought it was definitely something to see. It's just a whole different level what we're used to.
Yeah, it's a different race for sure. It's definitely different than what we're used to. I want to send our condolences to Ryan Villapoto, who his dad passed in a sudden heart attack while he was riding out in the woods with a couple of friends.
Jeez. Yeah, and he was supposed to be at this race. He was all excited for it. But yeah, then this thing happened and he pulled out. That sucks. That's crazy.
He wrote on his Instagram, he said, I just want to share a note with the Supercross or the SX Open Supercross fans to sincerely apologize as I will not be there today. This is obviously race day. As you all know, the last week has been incredibly difficult on myself and my family. I was super excited to race in Sydney and have been working hard to be in the best shape I've been in years. I really wanted to race down there, but with all that happened as well as an unforeseen issue, I have to remain home with the family. I realized a lot of people put tons of work into helping me get there and to make it super special. Therefore, I deeply want to express my appreciation. I promise to make it up to everyone down under. Thank you all for your ongoing support. See you guys soon. So I want to send our condolences to Ryan Villapoto. I know his dad has been there for all his career on and off the track. And it has to be tough, man. And, Ryan Villapoto, our love goes to you. So
definitely. And just, yeah, that's kind of a weird choice of words, though, he used in his statement. Unforeseen issue? Like, why wouldn't he just say his dad passed? Like, I don't know. But, yeah, sucks. That sucks. But, hey, if you're going to die, you might as well die on a dirt bike,
I don't know if it was actually riding dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I know he was just riding. But yeah, it's gotta suck, and especially, when it's not expected. So
exactly, yeah. Really random.
Yeah, so be strong, Ryan Villapoto.
Another thing that we haven't talked about yet is Justin Hill released a new album. And obviously if you follow him on Instagram, you'll see him playing guitar, playing drums, and all kind of stuff. And dude, I gotta say, Justin Hill could be that dark horse this year who just dominates everyone and wins the championship. Like, he could be that rider. Like, the videos of him on Instagram just throwing huge whips and stuff, I love it.
He loves that 450, man. He seems very comfortable, and I'm not doubting that for sure. I'm in your side. We saw him here in Tampa, and he dominated. He was dominating until he went down.
Yeah, and like we said, he has had the fastest laps in practice. If he can get good starts, it'll make things really exciting this year for him.
Yeah, this 450 class, it's stacked, and I'm ready for it.
Couple other things that we got happening. There is some team news, and that is Club MX is going to be merging with Traders Racing for the 2019 season. Nice. So kind of making some big moves there. So curious to see what brand of bikes they'll be on, because Club MX guys were on KTMs, and the Traders guys were on Yamahas. So we'll got to wait a little bit longer for some more info on that and see who's going to be riding for them. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah, also the Rock River, Cycle Trader Rock River signed up with Harntraff, Hayes, and Vasiglia for 2019. So that's also interesting. And that's a pretty good team, especially for Hayes that, is coming off from Arena Cross being shut down pretty much to a really decent Supercross team that a lot of riders have come out of. So
yeah, exactly. Vasiglia, though, he's had a lot of bad luck recently. Definitely. So we'll see if he can turn things around this year. And Justin Bogle signed with Phoenix Racing Honda, another thing that we haven't talked about. So it'll be good for him to have a ride.
Wow, yeah, nice. KTM and Husqvarna, I don't know if you saw this, they announced that they are releasing a 50cc electric bike in 2020.
Heck yeah.
And these things look sick. I don't know how smart of a move that is. Electric bikes, I don't know if it's the future, but they're definitely going to happen. And to start from the bottom, man, from the youngest, start getting used to it, I think that's a smart move. They'll probably release, like a 65 or something like that later on, like after a couple of years. So the kids that have been riding those electric bikes will move up, and then they're probably going to buy Alta and then just release those bikes.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my prediction.
It's crazy. I thought I just read somewhere that MX Sports was banning electric bikes. Like,
And that was going to be my next point. Like, I wonder, even though they said it's a 50cc, I wonder if they're going to be allowed to race them. So
yeah, it's the whole electric bike thing is so weird because it's like people want to do it and stuff to be like, all green and environment friendly, and it, like you said, it's the future, but at the same time, like, everyone's like trying to push for these things not to be able to be raced, and like there's definitely two different sides of it. So
I feel their smart way to do it is to, first off, to lower them prices, because not everybody can afford a $15,000-$20,000 bike.
Yeah, that's the problem though. They can't. They're way more expensive.
And then they need to come up with their own thing. Like, just forget all these other races, come up with your own championship and bring your own crowd. Like, just start building your own followers type thing.
So you got like the Monster Energy Cup, the Red Bull Straight Rhythm, and then the Alta Arena Cross.
Yeah,
Jeez.
exactly. Something like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
They have those, like, you ever watch ESPN where they have like those drone races and they fly and race the drones around?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's cool because those people, just the pilots, they just show up and then they all fly the exact same drone. Like the people who put on the race, they build them and they make sure they're all the exact same and they give them to the pilots to fly. What do you think about an idea like that for Supercross or something where everyone's on the exact same machine, no factory benefits and that kind of thing? That
could be a great idea. That could be something like, super fair, that like kind of like the 50cc challenge, how like the kids just kind of show up and they give them gear, they give them a helmet, and then you just raced, You
only have to worry about your flight in. Just like
exactly, and your hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so maybe Alta could do something like that where they just take all the bikes with them, and I mean, I don't know what else. That's all they can do actually.
Yeah, they can't like think about just trying to jump in this market. We saw what happened with the 2-strokes. They got switched out for this 4-strokes nowadays, and you can't just expect to just we have an electric bike. Let's race some of these guys.
Yeah, it's weird. Though I feel like 2-strokes is kind of coming back now. I feel like the Supercross, they could like add in like a 2-stroke race or something.
Yeah, they need to add like a 250 class, 250cc. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think could be a lot of changes coming with the Supercross season. Some rumors going around that Monster Energy Supercross will not be on Fox Sports for the 2019 season, and some people are saying it will be. So I don't know what to take from that, but if it's not Fox Sports, I hope it's some other really big channel, and I hope they go up and not down. I don't want to see Supercross on Mav or something. I want to see Supercross on like
when it was like what was it, like Amped Mobile Supercross?
Yeah, or like Fuel or whatever. I want to see ESPN, NBC. I like Fox. Maybe like it'd be cool if like Netflix or someone would like sponsor it and they streamed all the races.
That'll be awesome.
That would be awesome. Well, is there any other news that we didn't touch on that happened? I know so much happened, but
yeah, there's a lot of things that have been happening. I forgot to mention, but whenever we were talking about the Australian Supercross, we had Fox Moto messing up a couple of orders.
Oh yeah.
So I guess Chad Reed actually received Den Wilson's gear for this Australian Supercross, and so Chad Reed had to play mailman and make sure that Den Wilson gets his gear for the race.
Nice. Did Chad like try it on? And he's like, "Oh, this feels a little bit smaller." And then he looks at the butt patch, and then it's like, "Oh, it's Dean Wilson's."
No, it says Dino on the butt patch.
Oops. That'd be funny if he took a selfie in his gear and was like, "Oh, got the wrong gear today."
Yeah, I would have. But he did posted a picture of like the box, and it had like Wilson's and name in the back, obviously, and the number. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, we got Minios, the Winter Olympics down here in Florida, starting up next week. and Thanksgiving right around the corner. So it's an exciting time of year. Not really the busiest race season, but it's just exciting time, you know. We get Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then boom, we're in it.
Supercross. That's right.
That's right. Well, that's all we're going to add for this episode of the Motocross Supercross podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at MXSX Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.